everyone, welcome to my video that I've actually tried to record now 4 times. Okay, the second time I had it, and then poof, audio didn't record. And then my third attempt, which was just a few minutes ago, started getting too long again. I'm really bad at this. Really, honestly. I wish I was better. I wish I was better at doing this whole YouTube thing. I'll get better with time, maybe. Today's video, we are going to be doing a writing vlog. It's my first writing vlog, so give me time to figure out my formatting and stuff like that. I'm gonna list off what I'm going to talk about first. So, I'm going to talk about my second book, and if you have not read my first, which my second is a sequel to, please go down to the description below and get it and read it. It's still pretty good. My second book improves so much, quite a bit actually, in my personal opinion, because you learn as you write, you do. And I had actually written my first book when I was 17. I started it when I was 17. I finished the first draft when I was 18. It went through many edits for about a year. And then I was like, alright, done. Let's move on to my second book, which has now taken 3 years to write. I first took a year to do the draft, the first draft. Not even a year. But to do the first draft, it took me 3 years. 3. It's a process, and since I self-publish, I have to do everything. I have to do a lot of things by myself, which marketing is one of them. And turns out I'm real bad at marketing. I went to college for graphic design, so I know how to make marketing stuff. Do I know how to actually do the said thing? No. Do I also have the money to be able to market? No. So, yes. We'll talk about my second book, and then we'll talk about some things regarding my third book, some struggles I've started to have, and stuff like that. Let's start off with my second book. Let's put this all behind us. So, my second book is currently with my editor, and she's going to complete it. She's busy. She's a busy person, so I'm not expecting it back until like mid-2022. Let me just put this into perspective. It's taken 3 years to write this book, and for good reason. It gets a lot more complicated. I get better at writing, so I have to deal with a lot of stuff. And then during writing my second book, realized some of this timeline stuff doesn't work quite right. Let's take all of the point of views, because I decided that in the second book, Aaron would have his own POV. Celine would have her own. Ash obviously has her own because she's the main female character. My antagonist has a few chapters with himself. And then Cora also has her own point of view to make things a little more streamlined, sort of. Now, it doesn't seem complicated when reading it now, because I put in the work. But writing it, timelines didn't mesh correctly. Now, where is it? This one. It's fine. Just a pair of old glasses. I'm going to show you a few pages here of what it was like to write this. Okay. Now, I have all of this written in another notebook, so I'm actually going to rip these pages out, just so it's easier. Don't mind my little doodle on this one. At some point, I had to make notes about certain people's journeys throughout the book. These are notes on Celine, these are notes on Cora's. This is timelines of how long it takes to get places and stuff. More timeline stuff. And then things to note for Aaron. All of this because I needed to figure out the timeline. And because the timeline ended up getting messed up halfway through, my simple solution was go back. Go Control C and Control V in a new document. Everyone's POV was put into a separate document. Each one. Until like the end. And it made things a whole lot easier, but I had to keep cycling and figuring out what went where, how things work. Oh my god. It was a nightmare. Now, a lot of people won't admit to some of their nightmare problems. Some of the problems in the fucking book. I will fully admit to everything. Everything. Because I have worked so hard to keep the continuity of my second book so streamlined. I have tried so hard to keep it like good and better than what I would have done originally. Now, originally, this book was going to be different. I did have a sort of idea of how I wanted this book to go. It didn't go in that direction. Nowhere close. But I did get something of what I wanted it to do in the beginning, but it also didn't always do it. This book, I'm gonna be honest, this book, it does act as a lot of filler and like getting to know certain characters more, but that character development is very important. My main female character, who was all throughout my first book, appears a little less in this one, and it does focus a little more on Aaron and the others, and we meet a few new characters, and we get to know the squad. Now, the squad is large. It is a large cast of characters, which gives me the opportunity to do what I did in the first book and kill off people. I'm not going to tell you which people I want to kill off, because they're not dead yet. Okay, one of them is in the third book, but like, not in the second. But just be warned, don't fall for any of my characters, because there's a possibility that they're not going to survive. So, my second book will be released roughly end of 2022. I will release the book cover is in a few months, and hopefully the release date will come with that. Like, the final release date will come with that. However, for this video, I will give you something. I will give you the title of my second book. So my first book was named Princess of Lightning and Prophecy, for many, many reasons. Now, my second book's title apparently is the title that I gave it well over 3 years ago. And it just kind of sticks. It's for some reason it goes well. And it kind of sticks to the whole series as having the same kind of name, just a few alterations to words. And that's gonna stick around for this series. I also want to touch on something else, hopefully in this video. Another series I'm going to be working on, but is still several years away from being finished, and I'm still world building at this point. So, the name of my second book is Prince of Love and Roses. And it's titled that way for a specific reason. Like Princess of Lightning and Prophecy, Ashline, she is she's part of a prophecy, or curse, or however you want to visualize it. Her lightning shape is... God, why can't I talk? Her magic shape is lightning, and she's a princess, so it all coincides. Now, this book I decided to name after Aaron. And a lot of things he does out of love, so that's where the love came from. Roses, his magic is shaped like rose petals. And he's a prince. He may be an exiled prince, but he is a prince. So... Also, there's so many spoilers in this video. I probably should have said that first. There's a lot of spoilers for my own book. But yes, so that's why it's named that. Prince of Love and Roses is the name that we are going with. My third book will be named after my antagonist. I already have a title, and it's really gonna work. Now, the fourth book in this series, fourth and final one, I have not made a decision on, and it probably will stay like that until I finish writing it. Because that one, I have no clue what I'm doing after I finish the third book. I'll do a book cover reveal and a final release date reveal later, but I wanted to give you something. Something for my book. And there you go, you have a title. So let's get into my third book, the one I'm currently writing. So, where I am at in writing. I'm currently on chapter 8. 24,000 words in. Woo! Woo! Whew, I actually started writing the third book in 2022, so I'm already really far for the first month of this, and at least I think I started writing it in 2022. But I started writing this book really like not long ago, and I'm already in chapter 8. Like this book is gonna fly by. I will definitely have it done earlier. But there have been a few challenges, and I would like to give a little advice to any aspiring writers. And I'm going to make this known right now. I always planned for there to be torture scenes in my third book. Always. It was a plan when I was 17. It's been the plan, it's staying the plan, even as I am 22. There's a reason for it, though. However, if you plan on writing torture scenes, make sure it is torture you can stomach, so you don't have to pause repeatedly because of how gross it is. I don't know. Maybe it's because I've actually gone through something similar. And so I know what it feels like and how awful it feels and how fucking gross it is. Don't get me wrong. And it's like, it's hard to explain. Really hard to explain. My books go, so my first book was your typical high fantasy, kind of general fantasy of people have magic. That's it. And my second book goes starts to get a bit darker, and as things go. And my third book is full on, like, fucking dark fantasy. So my series, I've decided, is dark fantasy. Now, however, with this dark fantasy, I can be a little more liberal with descriptions and, well, during torture scenes. And, like, I'm not super descriptive. I do hold back, because I could be so much worse. Am I? No. But could I stomach being worse? Absolutely not. Because in the chapter where the first chapter where I had to torture this character, I literally could not stomach it, so I took repeated breaks. It took the longest to write because I kept gagging. I kept just gagging at it every time I wrote, like, a few lines. So I had to take repetitive breaks. It's done. However, I do have more torture scenes. I have, let's see how many torture methods I have in, not this one. It's in, not this notebook, but I need this notebook out too. This is what I write my books in, by the way, is these beautiful fake leather notebooks. They have so many pages. I write by hand first, and then I type it up so that I can basically edit while I'm typing. Okay, so this notebook. Nope. Here we go. I have 6 more methods of torture written in here that I will be doing. Of physical torture, specifically. The mental and emotional torture comes later. And let me just say this. Make sure you can stomach it. The other torture methods, I actually can stomach a bit more, and I know I can. But there's just something about the first method that I used that just got under my skin, literally. So make sure you can stomach it. Now, another tip is when you're killing off very important character that you have suddenly fallen in love with, because you fall for your own characters as well as other authors, because you're an avid reader, when you do that, oh my god, make sure you have a box of tissues with you. And don't try to draw it out. Or do it if you want it to be more emotional and awful, but like, don't draw it out too much. Now, fuck, I'm gonna cry just thinking about this. I have killed a character from the main cast that I, in my journey of writing my second book, fell for. And the emotions that went through me, it's just too much. So if you're gonna read my books, be prepared to cry. I cry, and I'm the one writing it. So yes, make sure you have tissues with you when you kill off your characters, unless you're a sociopath or a psychopath. Something I do want to mention also about my third book, even though my second's not even out, is for those that do plan on reading my series, just know there's going to be a lot of character deaths, and bringing characters back from like book 1. I'm bringing a lot of people back from there. I'm bringing people back from the second book. I'm bringing all of these other people back into the story only for them to die. And that's it. That's their only purpose, is they are going to die. So, fair warning, there's a lot of death. But you know what? Death makes a book interesting. It makes it a little more real. Granted, if there's too much death, then it's not really real. But if there's a lot of death and there's a reason behind the death, then it actually does seem more real, because they're actually being murdered. Yeah, I think that's actually it for this video. I talked about everything I wanted to talk about. I gave you guys a little title reveal for my second book, and I talked a little about my third. Oh wait, no, why do I forget about this? I want to talk about a new series that I'm going to start to work on, and it's, I'm going to be creating the map, actually, tomorrow. Maybe after I edit this video. But I'm going to be editing, fucking hell, what am I saying? I'm going to be working on a new series after I finish this one, and I just want to do my world building right now, which includes making the map, because the map's going to be very vital to writing it. Now, oh, I'm so excited for this. I've had this idea since starting my second book, and it does take place in the same universe. However, there are 6 realms in my universe, so this is taking place in a separate realm. It's taking this series takes place in the Lucara realm, which is why it's called the Lucara realm series, I believe. Yes. This next one will take place in the realm of balance called Solaris, and it's honestly, I love the idea. I'm not going to share too much on it right now, but I want to just put this out there. There's going to be, I know I didn't make a very limited magic system in this series, however, there's going to be a little more limited magic system for a reason. In this new series, there are only going to be 2 kingdoms, not 12, and it's going to focus really heavily on just these two kingdoms and the different people in those kingdoms. And I'm really excited to be writing about it. And obviously it's a realm of balance, so something has to go wrong to make it imbalance, and that's where my things end. But that is going to be a few years away still. However, I'm really excited for it. I'm still going to finish out the Lucaria Realm series, and then I'm going to start the Solaris Realm series, because it's honestly a really interesting story that I have envisioned. Whether or not it's going to go that way, my brain will tell me when I'm writing. But I'm really excited for this new series that I have planned. Still, world building needs to be done. So I'm going to try and do that in between publications of these books. In between whenever I can. This notebook is for my Lucaria Realm series, and this notebook is for my world building on the next series. It is currently empty. However, I do plan on changing that because I'm really excited about it. And I can't wait to be able to share more about it, but that's gonna be a little bit down the line. That's it for this video. This video is already long enough, and I have to edit it down, which is going to be the death of me. But yes, so I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like. And if you want to see more content from me, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you get notified when I post new videos, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye! Look at you. Want to be on camera? Eh? You want to be on camera? Eh? No? Want me to put you down? No, because you want attention. Here. Want to say hi to the people? Eh? You want to say hi up to the camera? Eh? Hey, Sam? She just wants to complain. She doesn't want to say hi. Doesn't even want to look at the camera. She's camera shy. Oh, I know.